We women do not tell ourselves the truth enough. It is my singleness. Is it your singleness? The dating streets are wild. She's like, Priscilla, you don't need a man, you need a mechanic. Does this face look like a face for breakfast for you? But I was in a relationship, but I was living like a single person. It's not funny at all. I'm just like, bruh, you have just yourself, darling. All I want to do is get in a car, drive it from point A to point B. I don't mind putting petrol. That's a bit tough. How come? From where to where? I'm smiling, oh, but it's not funny. Get ready to be a DIY expert. It's all part of being what? A woman in tech. Thank you very much.
My people, welcome back to my channel. I make videos to help you smell good, look good, and feel good. It's Miss Prissy, baby.
Please subscribe, I'm hungry.
Hey sister girl, welcome back to the channel. If you're not already subscribed, go ahead and smash that subscribe button and become part of the family. If you're a regular on the channel, then obviously you would have noticed something new. I've brought in some sunflowers to put us in the spring summer mood. Go ahead and let me know if you like it in the comment section down below. Anywho, to the video of today. It's one that I was particularly nervous to shoot because I do not like giving relationship advice and I'm not one to tell people how to live their lives. What nobody tells you about being single. Now let's start off by just defining what a single person is so that if you are not single, you don't come and add yourself to the WhatsApp group of single people. When I mean single, I don't just mean like unmarried people. I mean single like you're not in a relationship. How this video came about, I'll give you a bit of background. I was having a chat with my best friend about how we women do not tell ourselves the truth enough.
Men can lie.
That's why we are always hearing stories that continue to surprise us. Like, I'm always hearing one story or the other and I'm like, how come? From where to where? But she was happy. She looked perfect. Everything seemed fine. What is going on? Why am I hearing this? Because I think we do not tell ourselves the truth enough. Everybody's trying to present themselves to be in the perfect situation, including we single people.
Wrong!
I'm on this table as well. Married people paint marriage to be perfect. Single people are painting singleness to be perfect. Which way? I will be exposing single women. Whilst being single is good, being single has its positives and its negatives. I'll get into all of that in this video. So if that's something you're interested in, without further ado, let's get right into the video. I'll start off with the downsides and then we'll finish off on a high. Number one thing that people do not tell you about being single, especially if you've just recently come out of a relationship, is that the society, the world, view singleness as an affliction. They literally view it as a disease. Like, people see you and they're like, hey, yeah, what happened now? What happened to your relationship? Don't worry, God will visit you. Like, they'll be praying for you as if like you just fell down and broke your leg. Especially if you come from an African background. In fact, let me just narrow it down. If you're in a Niger setting or Africa, let me just say Africa, people will be praying for you like you have an affliction, like you're sick. That's the way people see it. Whilst I understand that the scriptures say it's not good for a man to be alone, and I understand all of that, but also there's a part of the scripture that Paul said, or was it Paul or Peter that said that if you know that you cannot stay,
God have mercy upon us.
there's also a part of scripture where Paul or Peter said something like, it's good to be alone, but if you know you cannot stay alone and not commit any sexual sin, then you should get married. Singleness is not an affliction. It is my singleness. Is it your singleness? Second point is the struggles of DIY. Okay, let me just put that in context. If you're a single woman living on your own, you have your home, get ready to be a DIY expert. As you see me, so let me even bring it out. I think it's even right behind me. Get ready with your hammer. I have a hammer, I have a screwdriver. You have to learn how to put things together. Your car is your responsibility. If anything, if any light goes up on the dashboard, ideally I would rather not have to deal with the headache that comes with cars. All I want to do is get in a car, drive it from point A to point B. I don't mind putting petrol. But as a single lady, it's your responsibility. You bought car, you have to know how to take care of the car. You have to know what the signs on the dashboard means. I remember one time that the battery on my car key ran out. Oh god, I had to start reading manual on how to manually start the car, because I'm just used to getting in the car, pressing a button, and my car, you know, the ignition comes on. Me that I didn't like things about cars or more. I've had to learn things about cars the hard way. You can even call me woman in tech. But on the other hand as well, like my sister would say, whenever I complain about my car, she's like, Priscilla, you don't need a man, you need a mechanic. You know what? Word. But still doesn't change the fact that it's a struggle that comes with being single. The next struggle of being single is that you have only yourself to rely on. Now, I'm not talking about friends, having friends and family. I'm talking about, you know, sometimes you need a partner to rely on. You're ill, you want to be able to, you know, rest on your partner and be like, oh, my head hurts, and you'll be like, oh, come, let me give you a peck. You have just yourself, darling. You have to be more conscious about what you eat, ensuring that you're well, because you have nobody but yourself. If you do not show up for yourself, nobody's gonna show up for you. As opposed to when you're in a relationship, to an extent you have somebody that you can kind of depend on. I want to believe that if you have a partner, you should have one that is dependable. On days when you're not able to be there for yourself, they can be there for you. But when you're single, you are your plan A, you are your plan B, you're your plan C. If you're not well, you're not well. If you don't have friends to even come over and help you, or family, you gotta get up, you gotta struggle, get out that bed and do stuff for yourself. And yeah, that's a bit tough. A bit tough. I'm smiling, oh, but it's not funny when it comes to it. Next point, this one my best friend warned me about it, but I did not understand it until I came out to the streets. You see, the dating pool in 2022, it's wild. There's a saying in Nigeria, I don't know if it's a general saying, but the dating streets are wild. If you're not careful, you will be served hot breakfast.
You get it?
I'm not even joking. I'm not mincing my words with that. When a Nigerian says you will be served breakfast, it means heartbreak.
She's pregnant. Hey! Me.
What I have told myself recently is, if you do not sit at the table, they cannot serve you breakfast. And the only table me I'm prepared to sit at is the one that my God is preparing for me in the presence of my enemies. Psalms chapter 23.
As the princess of Africa.
I'm not interested in sitting at any table where they are planning to serve me breakfast. Does this face look like a face for breakfast for you? Let's get serious. The dating pool is wild. There's so many things that have been introduced when you're even describing yourself as a person. It was not until recently that I found out that on dating apps, there's a difference between spirituality and Christianity. Please be very careful. If you're trying to pick, like you're looking at a guy and he puts spiritual, make sure you ask the question, like when you say spiritual, what do you mean? Because it's totally different from Christianity, being a Muslim and all of that stuff. Like, there are just so many things that have been introduced and I'm just like, bruh. Coming from Nigeria, where the way people approach dating is you meet people in person and you tell them, oh, I like you, or you meet somebody at a wedding or at a birthday party. There are always functions every weekend. Being an immigrant dating is another additional struggle, and that's because we hardly ever have anywhere to go. Okay, there are not many places to go. Maybe just being the introvert I am, I hardly go anywhere. On top of that as well, because there's a very thin line between telling somebody that you like them and sexual harassment, I think guys have become a bit more careful not to just approach people. So these days almost everything is done online, and I'm a bit traditional. Okay, I'm a bit traditional, so it's a bit of a struggle. Like, you have to go on these dating apps, and I'm just like, because the people on these dating apps,
God have mercy upon us.
just know that the streets are wild. The final struggle I'll be sharing with you today is that sometimes aloneness can translate to loneliness. Not every time is somebody alone that they feel lonely. I think people just assume that, oh, because you're single, you're lonely. No. Sometimes you're just alone, and it's different from being lonely. But aloneness can very quickly turn to loneliness, especially when you start to enjoy your company a bit too much. Like you like the comfort of your home, you have everything, your car, your holidays, you can do anything you want. It's very easy to get carried away, and then you turn around and you're like, wow, actually don't have anybody around me. Moving on to the positives of singleness. Number one, you have more free time. If I want to sit here and film this YouTube video till tomorrow, I can. If I was with a partner, I would have to be considerate. We'll probably have to go out on a date. We'll have to do this, do that, do this together. You don't have to check with anybody's diary. Oh, fam. The freedom. For some people, it's a temporary thing. Marriage stops people from doing stuff, and it's just a lot of people to deal with. Singleness affords you selfishness. Focus on the things that make you happy. Just pack your bags and go. You're not married, you're not in a relationship. You can see things more clearly. Okay, I don't think I want this for myself. Nobody is going to serve you breakfast. Partner or your in-laws and your this and your that. You just have peace of mind. This whole biological clock that is ticking for women to freeze your eggs and have peace of mind. It is what it is. And focus on prayers for yourself, but you know what I mean. Because when you have a partner, somehow their lives become your life. Point number 3. There you have it. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a different style of video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Go ahead and do all of that good stuff, guys. Like, share, and subscribe. Guys, please like, please share, please subscribe. And until I see you again in my next video, because I look forward to seeing you again in my next video. Stay beautiful, stay blessed. Hi and bye. I still want you back. Can I have your number? Can I give you a call? We are not getting younger. I think I surrender.